Cheese Pure, Dairy Pure.
From Storm Team 5, your weather first.
Good evening, everyone. Luke Sappy with you in the Forecast Center once again. For tonight, clear skies leading to a sunny start to our Wednesday. There could be some patchy fog around for the early morning commute, 58 degrees at 7 o'clock. Clouds will then mix with sunshine late morning and midday and then become mostly cloudy. There will be a line of thunderstorms that moves through the area in the afternoon and into the early evening hours. We'll be timing out the exit for that and the arrival of another taste of autumn. How long highs will be in the 60s later this week in the area's most accurate forecast. Local 5 News starts right now.
From WFRV-TV, Green Bay, Fox Cities, and the Lakeshore. Your stories in our community. This is Local 5 News.
Now on Local 5, dozens jammed into a public hearing tonight to debate the future of Lake Michigan at a proposed marine sanctuary along our shores. Good evening and thank you for joining us. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, known as NOAA, wants to turn a portion of Lake Michigan into a federal marine sanctuary.
Now, some people are excited about it, while others have major concerns. Local 5's Alexandra Burnley explains this issue. Alexandra.
Well, Tom, the marine sanctuary designation would preserve dozens of shipwrecks at the bottom of the lake. And not only do those shipwrecks have a lot of history, but divers want to explore them too. And now a group called Lake Michigan is Not for Sale has come together in opposition to NOAA's proposal. Judith Perlman says she has researched what may happen if NOAA makes more than 1,000 square miles of Lake Michigan a sanctuary. She says NOAA would tack on layers of regulations and fees for development along the lakeshore.
An example is anything that touches the lake bed. So anybody who puts in a dock is going to have to apply for a special use permit, and there are 4 categories of fees that go with any special use permit.
Yet supporters like Rolf Johnson say concerned residents should go directly to NOAA and find the real answers.
You know, it's true that there are going to be some regulations, and there may even be some things that, can't happen, but this is not the time to cast, this broad brush with NOAA as being a bad federal agency or a federal takeover. I think what the people who have legitimate questions need to do is ask those questions.
But Perlman says she's worried about Wisconsin losing state control over the lakeshore.
What a federal agency does, we have no control over. Their decisions are not reviewable, and they are not accountable to Wisconsin voters.
NOAA will not control it or take it away from the state. NOAA is going to work with the state. They're going to work with all the municipalities. They work with local community groups as they manage these sanctuaries.
The shipwrecks are what brought NOAA into the picture.
So they can also help with the scientific research, which has to be conducted by underwater archaeologists. And the state has been doing this up to this point, but they're excited to have NOAA as an active partner.
But for some, the issues go deeper than shipwrecks.
But no one has ever made them, accountable for what they say. So I guess that's the message I would like to give NOAA.
Now, the official public comment period has ended for the sanctuary proposal. It is now in NOAA's hands to determine if Lake Michigan will get the designation. But prior to it taking effect, Governor Walker has 30 days to review it. In the past, he has supported the plan. In the studio, Alexandra Burnley, Local 5 News.
Thank you, Alexandra. 5 days after Hurricane Harvey came ashore, Harvey's wrath is still dousing southeast Texas with record rain. Rescue efforts continue in Texas as Harvey continues to take aim at the Gulf Coast. All day, rescue crews in Houston used helicopters, boats, trucks to reach those stranded by rising water. Rescues became even more complicated when 2 reservoirs overflowed and a levee failed, sending more water into neighborhoods where people are still trying to escape. With so many people now in shelters, the city's mayor has now imposed a public curfew in the city from midnight until morning.
I don't want them to have to worry about someone breaking into their home or looting or doing anything of that nature while they are away.
Earlier in the day, President Trump traveled to Corpus Christi, Texas for a briefing on recovery efforts. Along with the water, the death toll from Harvey is also rising. Among those killed, Sergeant Steve Perez, a Houston police officer who became trapped in his squad car while he was on his way to work. It appears likely that Hurricane Harvey will cause tens of billions of dollars in damages. Here now, a look at some of the costliest hurricanes in the U.S. so far. Hurricane Katrina in 2005, the most catastrophic, $160 billion in damage. That's more than double 2012's Hurricane Sandy, which is second at just over $70 billion. Hurricane Andrew is third. That caused $48 billion in damages when it made landfall in South Florida back in 1992. 2008's Hurricane Ike and Hurricane Ivan in 2004 round out the top five.
People in our area continue to look for ways to help the victims of Harvey. The Salvation Army in Marinette hosted a prayer service tonight to pray for the Texas disaster situation. The group will also ring bells tomorrow through Saturday at 9 stores in the area, with every cent going to the Texas disaster.
Yesterday morning, a lady called and said she had rang bells for Katrina here in the Marinette area, and is there a chance that we would consider doing that again? Well, I thought, well, that's a wonderful idea. I wonder what it would take to pull that together. No more than she hung up, and another man called and said, you know, I'd be willing to do something if it was a bell ringing thing. And so then I said, well, you know what, that must mean that's what we're supposed to do.
The goal is to raise a minimum of $5,000 by Saturday night. One of Houston's top pro football stars and Wisconsin native, J.J. Watt, is stepping up to help raise money for the victims of Harvey. He launched a flood relief fund on the crowdfunding site YouCaring this week. The campaign has been quite successful. He reached his goal of $3 million in just 2 days. The current goal stands at $5 million. And if you'd like to donate to relief efforts in the Houston area, download our mobile app or log on to our website, wearegreenbay.com. We have links to the J.J. Watt fundraising website, the American Red Cross, the Salvation Army, and Save the Children.
In other news tonight, North Korea's missile launch yesterday was a prelude to more military operations directed at the U.S. territory of Guam. North Korean state media has made that comment today. The missile's flight path took it over Japan, further fueling tensions between North Korea and the United States and its allies, Japan and South Korea.
In other local news now, Green Bay police arrested 5 teenage boys in connection with a string of vandalism cases. The damage included John F. Kennedy School, construction signs, and areas inside John Muir Park. Vehicles on the city's west side also spray painted with vulgar words. A book exchange was also damaged, according to investigators.
The Department of Justice has released the names of the deputies involved in that deadly shooting that happened last Monday night in Kewaunee County. They are Deputy Jamie Klahach, the Sergeant Dustin Smidle, Deputy Jordan Salentine, and Kewaunee Police Officer Brian Gale. The 3 deputies and 1 police officer responded to a 911 call along County Road AB in the town of Franklin. They found 22-year-old Tyler Whitmire threatening a woman and some others nearby with a knife. The suspect confronted the deputies, and the one deputy fired his gun, killing Whitmire. The shooting remains under investigation. Well, it's not very often that a member of the president's cabinet makes a special appearance in Green Bay.
But that's what happened today, as Attorney General Jeff Sessions was here to talk about how to stop the opioid epidemic and especially its impact on kids.
And the leader of the pack, Aaron Rodgers, will grace the cover of the newest issue of Sports Illustrated, but Packer fans not going to be happy with SI's Super Bowl prediction.
Wednesday starts dry, but it likely will not stay that way for many. Which hours of your day a line of showers and thunderstorms will move through, followed by, yet again, another taste of fall in the Storm Team 5 forecast.
You're watching Local 5 News with Tom Zalaski and Aaron Davison. Local 5 News, sponsored by Van Verides. Why shop anywhere else?
Get great end-of-summer savings during the Labor Day appliance sale at Van Verides.
Hundreds and hundreds of appliances are priced to go.
Just $7.99 for a KitchenAid stainless steel dishwasher.
And a Manna top-load washer and matching dryer is now just $5.98 for the pair.
Huge end-of-summer savings on a Maytag smudge-proof stainless steel French door refrigerator.
Shop the largest selection of appliances in the Valley.
At the guaranteed lowest price every single day.
During the Labor Day appliance sale.
Only at Van Verides.
Green Bay, Appleton, Oshkosh.
Van Verides. Why shop anywhere else?
Hurry, it's the final days of the Ford Summer Sales Event.
It's gonna work. I promise you. We can figure this out.
A little help?
Hold on, Mom. No, Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi. It's not a question, it's a thing.
Take on summer right with Ford, America's best-selling brand. Time is running out for summer's hottest offer. Get 0% for 72 months plus an additional $1,000 on top of your trade-in. That's 0% for 72 months plus $1,000 on top of what your trade-in is worth. Hurry, the Ford Summer Sales Event and this deal ends September 5th.
InstaPrint Plus.
When it's game day in Green and Gold Nation, your coverage starts right here. Get a world champ's take on the game. An expert analysis from the best in the biz. Green and Gold Game Day Live. Sunday morning starting September 10th.
Sometimes what you see can depend on your perspective. Like cancer, for example. With the Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin Cancer Network, you'll have a team of specialists exploring every possible treatment together, including the latest clinical trials, to be sure your plan is the right plan. And because we're not far from home, the expertise you need is closer than you might think. It's an academic advantage that can change everything.
It's the summer savings event at all Bergstrom Buick GMC locations. Shop the area's largest selection of Buick and GMC cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get 15% off MSRP on select 2017 Buick models, including Encore, Envision, and Enclave. Or up to 20% off MSRP on select 17 GMC Terrain. Or get up to 16% off MSRP on select 2017 Sierra Crew Cab and Double Cab. Don't miss out. Get into Bergstrom Buick GMC and test drive today, or shop online at BergstromBuickGMC.com.
And now with the area's certified most accurate forecast 5 years in a row, Chief Meteorologist Luke Sanfey.
Crystal clear skies, light winds. We'll have some patchy fog overnight, but we stay dry. That'll be changing for tomorrow afternoon with another line of showers and thunderstorms that'll move in actually from the north and head down to the south. Here's the High Five Skycam Network Appleton tonight. And you got clear skies, not a whole lot happening. The winds are light, really an enjoyable evening. We had a beautiful sunset tonight at 7:34, and in Green Bay as well, Walnut Street. Yes, we are clear. Storm Team 5 live radar. Nothing showing up there for us here for tonight as we show you Storm Team 5 live radar for the time being. Nothing happening, but that'll be changing as I hinted at for tomorrow. Dry tonight. And for tomorrow morning, a line of thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon. Much cooler by Thursday. Highs will go from near 80 tomorrow down into the upper 60s for Thursday. So if you're going to be heading to that Packers game, the last preseason game for the season over at Lambeau anyway, you might want to grab the sweatshirt or light jacket. There's the moon making its way across the sky. That's from the Green Bay Metro Boat Launch. No temperature, dew point, or wind, or feels like temperature right now. We're missing the data because there was a car accident that took out a telecom building earlier today, somewhere that is feeding this information to the National Weather Service, who then feeds it to us. And it's happening for Green Bay, Manitowoc. Hey, look at Sheboygan's back, so maybe we're getting some of this data back again. Sheboygan and Fond du Lac was down as well. So you get the idea, though. Mid and upper 50s to low 60s for temperatures for the time being. The winds are very light, and that will probably help to form some fog as the atmosphere really is relaxed and you cool down to the dew point. We could have some patchy fog early tomorrow morning, but then once we get past sunrise, it goes away once we start to warm up. The dew points are tolerable right now, upper 50s to lower 60s. Tomorrow, out ahead of this cold front that's expected to move in from Canada, well, we're going to be in the upper 60s, so it's going to be a muggy afternoon, and that moisture will also help to fuel these thunderstorms. Once the front pushes through, we're going to be having the dew point values get really low, down into the 40s. That's an indication of a chilly air mass that is going to be with us for at least Thursday and Friday. So we're quiet right now. We have an area of low pressure which is moving away from us over the east central Great Lakes. But it's this cold front right there, and it's making its way now. You can see that broken line of showers and thunderstorms just about to make its way into the northern side of Lake Superior. That's the cold front that'll bring in a line of showers and thunderstorms between noon and 7 p.m. Line of thunderstorms expected overall. The severe threat is low. Now, in that line, there could be a strong storm or two, packing some strong winds or brief downpours. Futurecasts will show just that. Notice how we're nice and clear here for tonight. Sunny for tomorrow morning, but then the clouds fill in rather quickly and there'll be a broken line of showers and thunderstorms. This is 2 p.m. and then we'll take you to about 4 p.m. moving right through the Lakeshore and the Fox River Valley as well, and then things will begin to quiet down as we go into the evening hours as the cold front passes by. Then we get chilly. Tomorrow, highs will be in the upper 70s to around 80, and then on Thursday, back up to 68 in Appleton, 66 in Green Bay, and only 64 in Manitowoc. Tonight, clear, some patchy fog, 55 for your low. Tomorrow, partly sunny, some afternoon showers and thunderstorms with a high back up to around 80 degrees. 68 on Thursday, sunshine for Friday, 70. 75 on Saturday. Labor Day weekend starts with a chance for a shower thunderstorm, but many dry hours. Completely dry on Sunday, and then dry for most of Monday with a late day storm going into Tuesday. And another cool shot next Tuesday. The Kagan Allergy Report today. The pollen is high and the mold is high. And Facebook is where you can get our forecast updates when we are not on the air. Just click like on our page and we'll be sure to update you on the storms as they move in tomorrow.
Those colder temps remind us that fall is on its way.
It's here. Almost.
All right.
All right.
All right, thanks.
Thank you, Luke.
Well, the Fox Cities woman will be warm and safe this winter thanks to the kindness of strangers.
Yeah, she received a new furnace today for free, and it appears it's come just in time because her old one was making her sick.
Local 5 News is sponsored by Furs and Clothing of Distinction, downtown Green Bay.
It's Furs and Clothing of Distinction's summer clearance sale. Dresses, capris, sandals, and all jewelry up to 90% off. Furs and Clothing of Distinction, downtown Green Bay, where we will make you look fabulous.
At ABT Foundation Solutions, we provide quality foundation repair. Don't just take my word for it.
They truly fixed our foundation, and our home is back to normal.
Call us at
7334-ABT.
We fix bad basements right.
Shop Gandrew Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram summer sales event to experience the impressive pride of our Jeep lineup. Find your true north in an all-new Jeep Compass. 18 in stock, priced from $19,490. Visit Gandrew Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram now.
You're doing what you do every day. I was taking the same route I always take, and I was proceeding to enter the freeway, and out of nowhere, I just got hit from behind. I had a spinal injury, and so just some basic things in my everyday life had to be adjusted and altered. With Habish, and Rotier, I never felt the pressure. They made the whole experience so positive for me. I felt good about my choice, and I've never regretted it one day since.
Save more than 10 grand on a Ram truck during the summer sales event at Gandrew Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Select 2017 Rams now starting as low as $29,908. That's right, save more than 10 grand off your new truck at Gandrew Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram today.
Save 20% on all Beauty Rest mattresses during WGNR Sleep Shop's Beauty Rest Blowout. Save $400 on this Beauty Rest pillow top set, now only $599. Or this set with air-cooled gel memory foam in your choice of firm or plush, now just $959. Add a My Pillow for just $39.99. Plus take 5 years no-interest financing on all Tempur-Pedic with clean starting at $30 a month. Hurry, the Beauty Rest Blowout ends soon at WGNR Sleep Shop. Sleep better for less.
Don't just sit on the sidelines. Get in the game.
Community Blood Center and Be the Match give area cancer patients a second chance at living life, and you help make that possible.
Donate blood, register to be a bone marrow donor, or purchase tickets to win this 2017 Chevy Camaro.
And help those fighting leukemia, lymphoma, and other diseases find lifesavers just like Fred.
For more information, go to wearegreenbay.com
and click on Community Blood Center.
More local news now. U.S. Attorney General Jeff Sessions paid a visit to Green Bay today. He spoke for roughly 30 minutes at the National Alliance for Endangered Children conference. Sessions' message was a simple one: protect our kids from opioid epidemic. He said, we are in the deadliest drug epidemic this country has ever seen. With low drug prices and vast availability, it makes products like prescription drugs and heroin much more accessible for young people. Sessions said the Department of Justice is tackling the epidemic with a three-pronged approach to save the next generation with prevention, treatment, and enforcement.
This epidemic is taking a heavy toll on the most innocent and vulnerable, our children. And yet in the national conversation about drug abuse, these children are too often forgotten.
And after giving his speech at the conference, the Attorney General addressed local law enforcement officials and leaders in a closed-door session about how to tackle the opioid problems in our area. The issue of drug abuse and its impact on families is one that law enforcement is dealing with all across the nation.
Local 5's Chris Schuler spoke with Green Bay Police to learn how they are working to keep children safe.
Every time a Green Bay police officer goes out on a call where drugs are involved, they'll ask themselves these questions. Were there kids nearby, and are they in harm's way?
Investigated as a drug endangering children, meaning they'll take pictures, they'll take extra times to prove that there were children in the area where the drugs occurred.
In northeast Wisconsin, police say drug use of all kinds, from alcohol to heroin, is on the rise, putting innocent children exposed to their parents' addiction in potential danger.
Our officers, just a couple days ago, our officers were out at a home where a 6-year-old was babysitting 4 younger siblings, and there were narcotics right in plain view, right in plain sight.
Officers say drug use causes parents to make bad decisions and puts their children at risk. In fact, in 2016 in Green Bay, 51 child neglect cases were investigated, along with 67 cases of child abuse.
Police officers see that drugs tear families apart.
The battle the growing problem law enforcement gathers at conferences like the National Alliance for Drug Endangered Children, held at the KI Convention Center in Green Bay today.
To share best practices, to learn from what other cities are doing, and to share the things that we're doing here in Green Bay that are hopefully going to make a difference and keep our kids safe.
Because substance abuse is not going away, and children deserve a safe and nurturing environment. Keeping it local in Green Bay, Chris Schuler, Local 5 News.
Thank you, Chris. Well, it may be August, but a Little Chute woman is ready for Old Man Winter. She got a new furnace for free today through the program Project Heats On. A technician inspected her home in March of this year when her current furnace stopped working and discovered the heat exchanger was cracked and the furnace needed to be replaced.
I'm so happy. I didn't even hardly sleep at all last night. And I've been getting like stomach aches and headaches and stuff, and they said it was carbon monoxide in the basement. I mean, I could be dead.
Temperature Systems donated a furnace, and August Winter and Sons donated the use of their van and tools to replace the furnace.
Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers is on the regional cover of Sports Illustrated this week. Take a look at this. The picture shows members of the other 31 NFL teams trying to stop Rodgers. And something Rodgers fans and Packers fans will probably disagree with is the article that he is featured in. It predicts the Packers will lose to the New England Patriots in Super Bowl 52 in Minneapolis.
We will see about that. Bert Griffin joins us now to look ahead to sports.
Looks like he's taking a knee there.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Like he's kind of running, but he's on the ground. I don't know. Who knows? If they get to the Super Bowl, that'll be a good thing.
Yes, it will.
Go next door and mess with the folks in Minnesota. Brewers, they started a series with the Cardinals on a thud. The Badgers football team will stay defensive under first-year coordinator Jim Leonard, and now that training camp is in the books, all that's left for the Pack is that final preseason game against the Rams to decide who will stay in the green and gold and who will go. Well, that story more coming up in sports.
And here now your lottery numbers for tonight. Pick 3, 335. Pick 4, 9544. And it's Mega Millions night 2, 13, 17, 35, 73. And your Mega Ball is 3.
Local 5 News, sponsored by Menards. Save big money at Menards.
At Menards, home improvement means saving big because right now you'll get an 11% rebate on everything. Spend more time relaxing with Ultra Deck low-maintenance rustic composite decking. It gives you the look of real wood without the upkeep. In 4 colors, 8-foot lengths are just $11.32 each after rebate. 12, 16, and 20-foot lengths are also on sale. Stop waiting and start saving with an 11% rebate on everything now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Now at the Honda Summerbration sales event, you can get a great deal on a Honda Accord and make every summer moment that much brighter. Summer fun starts here at the Honda Summerbration sales event. Hurry in and get a great deal on a Honda Accord from KBB.com's best value brand. Today at your local Honda dealer.
Our big Labor Day sale is on now at Furniture Row. Take advantage of great Labor Day savings throughout the store. Save up to 50% on outdoor living. Score a free dining chair with purchase of any 5-piece dining set over $5.99. It's easy to bring home the looks you love for every room with no interest financing until 2023. Save big this Labor Day. Only at Furniture Row, home of Denver Mattress, your Tempur-Pedic elite retailer.
4 seconds on the clock. Down by 1. Championship on the line. Aaron, the sharpshooter Shanahan, fakes left. She's outside of the key. She shoots. She scores.
Yes, Aaron, it is a great time to score a deal. We need to make room for the 2018 models.
Relive the thrill of beating the clock. The Volkswagen Model Year-End Event. Hurry in and lease a 2017 Jetta S for just $129 a month, plus $1,500 in available bonuses.
And now, the Dish Sports Desk with Bert Griffin.
Well, today the Packers had their final open practice of training camp for the preseason, and now all that's left is that game against the Rams at Lambeau Field Thursday night. Lily Zhao has that story.
Just having some fun out there last day of, this training camp, so it's pretty good.
Indeed. Jordy Nelson and Jeff Janis switched jerseys on the last day of training camp, even duping some Packers fans along the way.
Kind of want to raise my awareness level on Madden, so tried to switch jerseys with Jordy. He wanted to raise his speed level up a little bit, so he wore my jersey.
People always mistaking, I guess, them for each other. I don't see a resemblance, but
as much fun as the green and gold are having during the offseason, it's crunch time now, especially with final roster cuts looming on Saturday.
A lot of guys know what's at stake, so we just keep it the same, man.
And for these younger players, there's still time to state their case for the final 53-man roster in their 4th and final preseason game.
I'm just trying to take advantage of every opportunity presented. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Just go out there and do what you know you can do.
This going on my 3rd year, like I said yesterday, I was on both ends of the bubble, man. I know how I feel. So to be able to keep my composure, don't worry about it. Just go out there and play ball and give it all I got.
And that'll be extremely important, especially under the watchful eyes of Aaron Rodgers.
It'd be exciting to watch those guys. One last chance to, again, make a push for a roster spot. What I tell these young guys a lot is just remember that being cut doesn't have to be the end of the story. Because there's always other opportunities that could come up if you keep working and stay focused. We have 90 now, a little less maybe. We're going to cut it down here. It's tough. It'll be tough this weekend to lose some of those guys, but we'll be ready Monday when it comes time to play some real games.
In Green Bay, I'm Lily Zhao.
All right, thanks, Lily. For the latest on Packers training camp this final week, just go to our website at wearegreenbay.com. In a change from the past, the Badgers football team will open up their season under the Friday night lights this year when they host Utah State at Camp Randall Stadium. Wisconsin returns 15 starters from last year's team that finished ranked 9th in the country. But one of the biggest moves was on their coaching staff when former safety Jim Leonard was promoted to defensive coordinator after just 1 season with the program. Leonard takes over a defense that was 4th in the nation in points allowed and 2nd in defending the run. But even he knows this will be a different challenge calling all the shots.
Obviously a lot more responsibility, just making sure all the details are right and just meeting with our staff and making sure we're where we need to be every single day kind of going into this week. But I went into a lot of games, so I'm trying not to put too much pressure on it, but it's obviously different. I've never done this as a coordinator before, so it's been a fun process getting in touch with guys I haven't talked to in a little while.
Well, the Brewers are coming off a big series win over the Dodgers, but none of that momentum carried over to the Cardinals tonight. Matt Garza on the mound, not a good night for him. Bases loaded, he drops the comebacker, and the run will score. Then it's Luke Voigt grounding into the fielder's choice with the bases loaded. Milwaukee tries to turn the double play. They get one, but Dexter Fowler sneaks home, so it's 3-zip. Lone bright spot, Eric Thames, who smacked his 28th homer of the year to cut it to 3-1, but then the wheels fall off in a big way. St. Louis scored 6 runs over the next 2 innings, and the Brewers, they get smoked tonight. 10-2 is your final. The Cubs also won, so the Crew now 3.5 back.
Oh, what was that, a 2-game series?
Two-game set. They got 1:30 or 1:15 start tomorrow.
All right.
All right, thanks, Bert.
We're back with weather. Stay with us.
Local 5 News closed captioning is brought to you by Menards.
Hurry, it's the final days of the Ford Summer Sales Event.
Shovel.
Mulch.
Brick pavers.
Fence post.
Concrete.
We're good.
And wood for my castle.
We got it.
And a slide and a drawbridge.
Take on summer right with Ford, America's best-selling brand. It's our best offer of the year on F-150. Get 0% for 72 months plus an additional $1,000 on top of your trade-in. Now get the built Ford Tough F-150 with 0 for 72 plus $1,000 on top of your trade-in. Hurry, the Ford Summer Sales Event and this deal ends September 5th.
We're not a name you need to know all the time. Water, fire, and storms cause serious property damage. When it happens to you, it's no time for second best. That's why insurance professionals have been trusting Paul Davis for over 50 years. The journey back requires skill, urgency, and experience. That's Paul Davis. People serving people. When it happens, call Paul Davis, because this is no time for second best.
Tonight on Colbert.
If you agree, hold up your potato.
Russia Week continues.
Would your potato be a better president than Donald Trump? Half a potato.
The Trout Museum of Art invites you to enjoy a modern incarnation of a traditional Japanese art, origami. Paper folded to create stunning sculptures of nature and wildlife. Look closely at their intricate designs and be inspired by the beauty within their folds. Also, be part of the exhibit with your own folding of an origami design. Oricursion Original Origami by Robert J. Lang. Now open at the Trout Museum of Art in downtown Appleton.
Experience advanced safety technology at the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event before it ends. Lexus Plus is the dealership experience redefined, and you'll find that experience at Bergstrom Lexus Appleton.
Luke's back now. The final look at the forecast.
We got a timing for that line of showers and thunderstorms tomorrow between noon and about 7 o'clock. Overall, the severe threat is low, although there could be a strong storm or two. Of course, we'll be tracking that for you tomorrow afternoon. Once the storms move through, the cold front passes, and we go from about an 80 to a 68-degree high Thursday. Sweatshirt and jacket weather at Lambeau Thursday, early evening.
Thanks for the warning. All right, thanks, Luke, and thank you for keeping it local tonight.
The Late Show with Stephen Colbert is next. Have a good evening.
Aaron Davison's wardrobe provided by Furs and Clothing of Distinction, downtown Green Bay.
You each drive a Ford pickup.